y'all sing. This is the day. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Sing that again. Oh, this is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. I will rejoice.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Weekly Roundup. This is the Grace Christian School show where we come to you every week and we tell you about all the amazing things happening here at Grace Christian School. We tell you about the things that have happened, the things that are going to happen, and just interesting things for all of you. That was Abigail and Remy in the beginning of the movie, and they were at a dog agility type training class, and Abigail has been doing that for a long time. Many of you may have remembered a couple talent shows ago when she had her golden retriever out there doing it, and she is really dedicated to that. So Abigail, great job. Remy, it looked like you were doing good also. What a joy to be able to share all the talents that you guys do in nature at the beginning and at the end of each weekly roundup. Hey, I'm your host, Sheriff P, and I'm the one who is privileged to be able to come to you each week and bring you all of this exciting news. You know, something that's very exciting for a lot of kids, and sometimes not so much for others, is today's junior high report card day. So look for those report cards. They will be coming home tonight or first thing in the morning for junior high students. So, hey, if you are new to the channel, I'm going to ask you to subscribe. That is the way you can get the latest information about what's going on here at the school. You can give us a thumbs up. Hey, I missed every time. I always try to recognize those people who are commenting. Kimberly, good morning. So glad to have you on the show today. You are a faithful regular, tuning in often. And Justin, top of the morning to you. I'm so glad. Two of our faithfuls always here every week. Glad to have you. It looks like we're about 20 people that have tuned in so far. Well, with all of that great stuff going on, re-enrollment is also currently taking place. And we are extremely excited about re-enrollment. It's going great. There's some things I'd like to remind you of. Number one, everyone needs to go into the re-enrollment portal. Even if you're moving, and we hate to see people that are moving and that won't be returning, you have to go in and check that box so that we know not to bother you and keep contacting you. Hey, you haven't filled out your form yet. Many of you are doing a terrific job. Remember, open enrollment opens to the public on February 1st. So you have until midnight on January 31st to get your re-enrollment in and secure your spot. Also, if you have younger siblings who are not in the school yet, this is the perfect opportunity for you to give them priority re-enrollment also. We have two winners. Out of everybody who re-enrolls, we do a random drawing. And our first winner is for Julie Schweers, and she wins a $5 gift card to Starbucks. You can come in the office anytime and pick that up. And to Heidi Benson, she wins a Grace Christian School umbrella. These have been could have been very handy the last couple weeks, and I'm sure they're going to be very handy in the weeks to come. So to all of you who have re-enrolled already and done that, thank you so much for getting that done quickly. It really does help the office staff be able to start to prioritize and get those files put together. And for those of you who haven't yet, please get in there and do that. The re-enrollment portal is open 24 hours a day. So if you can't sleep tonight or sometime this week, wake up, re-enroll in the middle of the night. That's going to calm your nerves. Preschool has some terrific things. Whoa, what's going on here? Preschool has some terrific things going on here. That's the Roadrunner ride off to the top left. And it's a great time. They get to go on their bikes. They collect pledges. And this is their alternative to Race for Grace. They collect corporate sponsors. If you want to be a corporate sponsor for that, reach out to Mrs. Hill or Miss Hill or Mrs. Mullaney. They will answer your questions. That is completely separate from Race for Grace. Our National Junior Honor Society comes out and they team up with them during the Roadrunner ride. It is a lot of fun. It's a Western theme, so many of the kids decorate their bikes like horses or cattle or all different types of things that could be related to Western. But it's in the preschool. They've had a lot of great times the last couple of weeks. They had the PJs and pancakes. It's just a load of fun to be in preschool. Hey, watch this special video we have coming up next. Yes, the Weekly Roundup presents the Grace Christian School Variety Talent Show. We are so excited for that. I just want to remind everyone that all clips are due by January 27th, and those were clips in that trailer right there of past talent shows, all the different things that you can think of. We hope we jarred your memory or had a little light bulb go, hey, I could do this. We really do have a God-given talent that we can put in the talent show and the variety show. So that's going to premiere on February 24th. Everyone gets to go in front of their YouTube channel, and right here on this exact Grace Christian School channel, we will premiere the 2023 GCS Virtual Talent Show. Debbie, good morning. It is good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you are having a wonderful day. But the talent show is always a lot of fun. It's really important to get those clips in because we have to put them together, and based on the number of clips we have is how long you get. We try to give each person from 45 seconds to 60 seconds. If you have more individuals like you saw in some of those video clips, we give you a little bit more time because it's more families that are involved. Families are involved, moms, dads, your dog, your horse, your motorcycle, anything. We want to see what's going on at home with you on the virtual talent shows. So looking forward to having that and the talent show coming up. Baptism. We've talked a lot about baptism, and Miss Cinco and Mrs. Clark have sent out flyers for you. One of the flyers looks like this that it does look like that, but it's blue, so it doesn't show. But anyway, on the front of it, it talks about baptism from Miss Cinco for first grade through third grade. If you turn it over, on the backside are the questions that they kind of we'd like you to review with your children at home that we will also review with them in the baptism classes. And that is directly towards the first grade through third grade. Mrs. Clark's letter looks a little bit different. And as you can imagine, we're going to be a little different asking questions for fourth through junior high than we would from first through third grade. But it's a great opportunity to show your profession of faith. We tell the kids, if you can't remember that you were baptized like as a little baby, this is the perfect time to talk to your parents about it and see if baptism is the right thing for you at this point in your spiritual walk with Jesus. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We will announce the date next week, and we will give you plenty of time so you can invite loved ones in, and we will have the baptism here at Grace Christian School. Based on how many children we are baptizing will determine where exactly we're going to have it on the campus, whether it'll be outside, in one of the quads on the asphalt, or in the multi-purpose room. And also weather might play a part in that also. But baptism is a wonderful opportunity. C's Chocolates, the Yum Raiser. We've had many of you reach out to us and say, can you do me a big favor and just send me the link? It would be a lot easier than trying to find it this way. So Mrs. Mullaney is sending out a link to all of you that you're able to just click the link. It goes right to the order form. Also, speaking of links, Mrs. O'Rue has sent out a re-enrollment link or a reminder to those families who haven't re-enrolled. So We're starting to understand that when we send links, that makes it a lot easier for you just to click and move right there. But the Yum Razor, thank you, Mrs. Mullaney, for sending those links out, and Mrs. O'Rue for sending the reminder link for open enrollment. This coming Friday is a great day. It's Dads and Donuts. What dad doesn't like a good donut? Anyway, we have almost 300 dads who have signed up for Dads and Donuts. And it's going to be a fun time. And we understand when we say 300 dads, that doesn't mean 300 kids. Some are from a blended family, so they might be bringing two, a stepdad and a natural dad, or they might be bringing their grandfather or a loved one or something like that to represent them. So it's a great morning. It's on January 20th from 8:30 to 9:10. It's not a long day. We are going to have a natural break of about 5 minutes at 8:45. So if you have two children, you're able to move to a different class and spend 15 minutes in that class also. I would like to give a big, huge shout out and a big thank you to Mrs. Fagan and Mrs. Murphy. They're coordinating a lot of this. They're getting the donuts set up for us. The coffee's going to be out there. And they're doing wonderful things to make sure this happens. Moms, don't fret. Moms and Muffins will be coming very soon. And that's a great opportunity for you to come that day. And we will try to make it special for the kids that don't have a loved one here. We understand families work. We have loved ones who are deployed, and it's not always possible. But we work through this as the Grace Christian School family, and we try to share that with each other. Parent support. Speaking of parent support, the great work that Mrs. Fagan and Mrs. Murphy did with that, Brenda is our PST president, and we just had a PST meeting that was really good, and we started doing some vision looking forward, and I have to tell you, I am so excited about the future and PST with what some of the things they have planned for next year, and even this year. I know some of our PST members are giving us a makeover in the teacher's lounge, and that's going to be exciting. We're talking about having a carnival. I remember when I was a little Sheriff P in 3rd and 4th and 5th grade, on Carnival Day, I looked so forward to the carnival booths. They were silly, you know. You're throwing the ring toss or knocking over the cans or the bottles or putting a golf ball. Those were some of my fondest memories in elementary school, doing those types of things. And our PST is dedicated to having a carnival. We're looking at having summer camp out this year again. That was a huge hit, and we're going to do it again. And some other things like a silent auction, where it's kind of like a parent night out, where we can get an opportunity to meet each other, visit in a social gathering, and provide a daycare type thing here. So PST is knocking it out. One of the suggestions was that our next meeting be in the morning, like at 9 o'clock. So we're always willing to move meetings around to try to get to the majority of parents and find that sweet spot. So we're going to do it at 9 o'clock, and it'll be in the multipurpose room. And that date will be coming soon from Brenda, and she will let you know when the next PST meeting is. Tonight, Pie with a Purpose. It is Pieology Pizza Night, and you can help Grace Christian School, and you can help yourself by going to Pieology tonight. It's the one over on Valley View, and it goes from 5 to 8. Just bring the flyer with you. You can print it here. I think you can even mention that you're with Grace Christian School, and they will honor that, and they give a percentage of your proceeds back to the school. It's a great opportunity to go in, make your own pizzas, have a night off from cooking. And it's a Wednesday night, so you might be on your way to church or family night or something like that. So pizza with a purpose tonight. Go enjoy some tasty pizza. This last week, you may have received a package that we sent home that looks something like this. And inside it was all kinds of like shower heads and things like that. That was from a Living Wise program that the gas company is putting on. And we just sent those out because we do teach our kids about conserving natural resources, water, and reusing things and recycling. And along with that program, the gas company provided us these to send home to parents. If you already have a water-wise home, pay it forward and hand it to a neighbor or a loved one. And if not, just donate it if that's not your cup of tea. So that's why those went home. And we still have COVID tests available in the office. If you or a loved one need them, you're welcome to come up here and get them. We'd be happy to share them with you. Well, that's bringing us towards the end of this weekly roundup. As I told you in the beginning, we always try to share pictures of our kids doing things in nature or riding horses in Western. This is Sophia right here riding her pony. We had Abigail at the beginning. You can send those pictures into roundup at gcsrr.org, and we will try to get them up here as they come in. So that's it for this weekly roundup. Parents, this has been exciting. The rain has gone away. God's given us some beautiful days, crisp evenings, and a lot of fun things are in store for us here at Grace Christian School. But I can't thank you enough for trusting us to partner with you to educate your children. We will continue to pray for you and your family. Please continue to pray for the staff here as we do God's work on campus. And I ask that God just continues to bless your lives and bless the trails that you ride. So until I see you again, God bless each and every one of you. And thanks for tuning in to the Weekly Roundup. Have a great week.
We were out on Lightning Ridge in the center of a storm. It was deep into October and I was fighting to stay warm. Stray cattle in the canyon and out on the mountain's edge. Old Charlie reined up heavy and he turned to me and said, "Son, this is where you separate the cowboys from the men. Hard times have come before and they're gonna come again. So you can turn that horse and ride back home and wait until it ends, or just grit your teeth and bow your head and ride in."